Good morning, everyone. Markets this morning are opening with a gap up following yesterday's rally. Already yesterday morning, we had opened with a gap down on the news of the American attack on the Iranian nuclear plant, but then the market basically followed an upward trend throughout the day and closed at the highs. This morning, we opened with a gap up and reached some fairly significant levels, which we will look at on the chart around 22,380 to 22,400, a very important area for the Nasdaq, and 6,145 for the SP. And now, from a geopolitical point of view, basically, we've understood that more or less with this response, which was, let's say, just a phone call, and basically meaningless Iran, for their part, has pretty much closed the matter. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it still seems like a very unclear situation to me, one that I can't really define. From a macroeconomic point of view, instead, this morning, the German IFO business climate was released and the forecast was for 88.2, but it came out at 88.4, so slightly better than expected. So in short, it seems that there is a good sentiment regarding the next 6 months and concerning the German industry, trade and services sectors. Now let's take a look at what our volume analysis charts are showing us to get a sense of what scenarios might develop from here over the next few hours and the coming days. So from a volume perspective, we have the Nasdaq coming to test a very important level and understand why this level is so significant. And here is. You can see how it's following this phase of upward distributive sideways movement. So it's a market that's not pushing sharply higher, but gradually, week after week, it's gaining ground and reaching higher and higher prices, right? At the moment, it's a market that's going through this upward sideways distribution. Why is the area between 22,380 and 22,440 important? Here it is, because as you can see, we have quite a few confluences here. This week's POC, a high, another high, yet another high. Another POCO, it's obviously a very important area where the market has previously reacted and where it rejected, as you can see, the previous attempt at an upward breakout. So we should pay close attention to this area, which has already been rejected this morning. We'll see now in the afternoon whether the market will retest this area and possibly break through it to continue the upward move. What will the next target be? The next target will definitely be the 22,580 area, which is the POC of the week, of the initial rejection before the subsequent drop following the Trump data. So this level for the Nasdaq is something to watch out for, because if we don't manage to recover the 22,300 and 22,330 area, which has been in play here all morning, you can see how the surge has still left a volume gap, okay, throughout this whole area here. And so the market could drop back down to rebalance this entire area, all the way down again to the 21,021.50 area. So pay close attention to the 21,320 area. We'll definitely have a much clearer idea of what might actually happen after the first half hour of trading, because at that point, once the cash market officially opens, we'll really see if there's just enough buying pressure to continue the upward move or not. So that's as far as the Nasdaq is concerned. As for the SP, you also see that the SP has arrived in, let's say, a fairly important area, let's say. It has arrived in the upper part, let's say, of its bullish distribution channel. And so, well, here we are. And even for the SP, I hadn't yet drawn it, but you see that the area that we have to pay very, very close attention to is definitely this one that is just above it. Okay, here it is. So let's take a look. So the area is 6,146, 160, because as you can see, here we definitely have lows, here we have a high, and then a drop after the open POC. So this is definitely an area that the market has reacted to before, and that the market will obviously try to break through. So this afternoon we'll see what kind of test happens in this area if the market manages to reach it, and then from there we'll also understand how the situation might develop. So pay close attention to this area, pay close attention to the test that will be done on this area, because rejections, any possible rejections or strong absorptions in this area could be the start of a retracement to then rebalance the distribution and return to the 660 area. Well, with that said, that's everything. I wish you all a good day and good trading. As always, please trade responsibly, because trading is something very risky where you can lose part or even all of the capital you invest. Good afternoon to everyone and best regards.